just making most of this quarantine time. It's impossible that I won't make any videos for 2 weeks. So today I came up with the coffee chat video, and it will contain me going through some old family photos and also sharing with you a fragment from video which I came across last night, and it's about someone who lives outdoors as I do, thoughts about this coronavirus.
Are we witnessing the death of freedom?
So I will share my thoughts about what he tells to the world. Coucou, this is me. The only time of my life when I have had such short hair. Okay, the next one. So these 4 people, my granddad, my mom, and my dad. But I only lived with my parents until my dad left my mom, and then I got pneumonia, and then my mother passed me to her parents till I get better because she was working. But she never came back after me. Whatever happens with us in life is there for a reason. It's meant to be. So we shouldn't resist. We should just surrender and go for it, because in the long run it will turn out to be the right thing to do. So I had to work on fields in their little farmhouse from the age of 3. That's probably I am a hardworking person still. This picture reminds me of my real self, because looks like I could express myself in front of camera. And also this one. This is proper naked traveler. This is the way I usually hold my hand, by the way, like that. This is my doggy. His name was Rego, German Shepherd. We rescued him, and he was very, very loyal dog. Unfortunately, one of our past neighbors didn't like him and they poisoned him. But I only keep good memories about this beautiful being. So this is Christmas in kindergarten. I like to dress up. The way? Yeah, this one. Look at this cheeky face. This is the last day in kindergarten, so I knew I'm gonna be sent to school, and I felt pretty excited about that because I wanted to enter the adult world as quick as possible, thinking that I should be treated as an adult because I knew the context of what adults were talking. Okay, this one is my first school day, although I was curious what the teachers have to say. As you can see, I was sitting very close to the turtle box, so just in case I am bored to death. Yeah, and this one I've been taken out by my mother and my brother, who lived separately from me, of course. I remember that being a very awesome day, very fun. In my mind, being together with my brother and my mom, that was all I wanted at that time of the life. But that didn't last long because I was brought back to my grandparents, and I continued to work hard. And this is in Stockholm. That's the first time in my life I crossed the border. And this is also my real hair color, the same as I have now, because I haven't dyed my hair for 1 year exactly. And then this one is on our way back from Stockholm. 16 years old I was, and I remember being very rebellious teenager, separated from my real family, and that's why actually I don't really feel any bonds with anybody. It's like no attachment, and that is the best way for me to live this life. And also, guys, I want to show you a video which I was watching yesterday. So that video comes from Viking man who is from Norway, for whom this lock away for 2 weeks would be absolutely impossible.
Are we witnessing the death of freedom?
We have to implement these restrictions, like restrictions on movement. Maybe you have to wear a tracking device.
Restriction that have been imposed on me by a government. So my basic human rights have been violated. And also that made me think, what if I had this virus and if I was about to die? So that means that my last wish wouldn't have any power. I would have to stay in this apartment and die here. Never again seeing the sunlight, never again feeling the fresh forest air, never again running with my dog. Although I do understand that this is a slippery road. I do understand that, but then
We should not accept any rule or any government that now tries to take those freedoms away.
the government, people, they decide for us. No one has asked opinion of the public. Of course, guys, we are all important. Every single being on this planet is important. Everyone counts. It's just we have either been too scared to voice up, or maybe too lazy, and just let someone else decide how we going to live this life.
What if vaccines becomes mandatory? Well, you might say, well, that's a good thing. Well, I disagree. You get your mandatory vaccine, and then there's another vaccine, and then there's another one, and yet another one. So now it's the government who decides what gets injected into your body. We cannot allow that to happen.
If vaccines become mandatory, okay, we all been made to think that this is for our own good, but actually if you receive vaccine, it weakens your natural body reaction to any future diseases which will most definitely come to you at some point in life. I don't take any medicine, as you know. Like, I don't get any illnesses. Maybe I actually do, but I just don't know that because I have strengthened my own natural immune system. Like, I've been living outdoors for a year. Mostly I leave my vegetables or fruit outside. I don't have access to running water, so I just wipe the apple with a tissue and I eat it. Also, I have made like salad and just eat from a plate which is placed on the ground, and sometimes some ants and insects crawl on my plate while I'm eating. But I never get sick because my body knows that I will not give any chemicals to it to help fight the infections or diseases. So my body keeps producing antibodies, which is so important. Again, it's just food for thought. So go and watch this video and see what you think. Yeah, guys, it was nice to have coffee with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that my video again could provoke some thoughts in your minds and helped you to cope with this situation better. For sure, I think that this is just one of the first warnings to the humanity, and maybe that will make us think what really is important in this life. Is that really that money and greediness and succeeding in a way most of the minds think success is? Or is that more about our well-being and quality of the life? And try to view this whole thing as a big screen cinema. I am quite curious